Have you ever wondered why, despite eating right, staying active, and doing all the right things, your legs still feel weaker than they used to? Why climbing stairs feels steeper? Why standing up from a chair takes just a little more effort? Now, is this just aging, or is there something else happening? Something you haven't even noticed? Here's where it gets surprising. It's not always about what you're neglecting. It could be something you're doing every day without even realizing it's quietly working against you. In fact, it's a mistake many seniors make with full confidence, believing they're doing what's best for their health, and that mistake, it involves fruit. Yes, fruit. We've been taught our whole lives that fruit is good for us, natural, wholesome, healing, and most fruits are. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not every fruit is ideal for seniors. In fact, there are a few popular fruits you likely eat every week that may slowly be weakening your legs, triggering knee pain, inflaming your joints, and making it harder to walk. These fruits may look innocent. They're sweet, they're refreshing, but some of them are packed with sugars, acids, and compounds that can spike blood sugar, aggravate inflammation, and subtly chip away at leg strength. And the worst part? The damage is slow and silent. You may not even notice it until one day you feel sharp pain in your calves, or tightness in your knees after a short walk. Maybe you're waking up with aching thighs or stiff joints and blaming it on just getting older. But the truth is, certain fruits, even some marketed as healthy, can undermine your mobility, balance, and leg stability over time. Today, we're revealing *** the 7 most harmful fruits seniors over 60 should avoid ***, especially if you want to protect your legs from pain, long-term damage, and unnecessary weakness. You'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again after this. So, if staying strong, mobile, and pain-free matters to you, stay with me. Your body may be waiting for this wake-up call. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're serious about your health. This is Senior Health Boost, and here we uncover the truths nobody else talks about. And I'd love to know, are you here with me? Drop a 1 in the comments if this resonates, or 0 if not. Either way, your voice matters. Now, let's begin with the first fruit on our list. It's one that's often praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits, but for seniors, it may be doing the opposite. Let's talk about pineapple, the tropical classic. Sweet, juicy, refreshing. Pineapple has earned a reputation for helping with inflammation thanks to a compound called bromelain. But here's the twist. While it may reduce swelling in some cases, it can silently worsen inflammation in others, especially for older adults. Why? Because pineapple is also packed with natural sugars and high acid content. And when you're over 60, your body reacts differently to those compounds. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile. They don't handle sugar spikes the way they used to. Pineapple, despite its benefits, delivers a fast punch of sugar into the bloodstream. That spike can damage the tiny blood vessels in your feet, legs, and muscles, compromising circulation. And with poor circulation comes a chain reaction. Less oxygen to the muscles, leading to soreness, fatigue, and swelling. Have you ever felt a dull ache in your calves after a short walk, or stiffness in your knees just from standing? That could be more than age, and it could be dietary triggers like pineapple. But sugar isn't the only culprit. Pineapple is also highly acidic. And for anyone already dealing with joint inflammation, arthritis, or recurring pain, that acid can be like gasoline on a fire. Many seniors report that their legs feel heavier or stiffer after eating pineapple. And in some cases, they've noticed a burning sensation in their joints post-meal. It's a frustrating paradox. Fruit praised for its health benefits might be contributing to the very issues you're trying to fix. And that's just the beginning. Up next, we'll explore the second fruit on this list, one that's often considered a diet staple, but may be quietly robbing you of strength. Let's pick up where we left off. Pineapple, once considered a healthy treat, may actually be stealthily undermining the mobility of older adults. But pineapple isn't the only common fruit causing subtle harm. Let's keep going, because what we'll explore next could surprise you even more. If you've felt your strength slipping away, or your ability to move has subtly declined, you're not imagining things, especially if you're on medications, particularly blood thinners. You need to hear this. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain. While it's often praised for its anti-inflammatory properties, bromelain can interact with medications in unpredictable ways. It may either enhance or suppress their effects, making your medication either too potent or not effective enough. What's most dangerous is that this isn't obvious. Pineapple doesn't cause a rash. It doesn't make your stomach churn. It slips under the radar, quietly interfering with your medication and weakening your legs one bite at a time. You may simply notice it's harder to get up in the morning, that going for walks isn't as easy, that your legs feel sore more often, and you may never connect it back to the innocent-looking fruit you thought was helping you. That's the saddest part. Most older adults genuinely believe they're making smart, health-conscious choices. They choose pineapple to ease inflammation or to enjoy a tropical snack. But over time, they may be unknowingly feeding the very symptoms they're trying to prevent: joint pain, swelling, and diminished leg strength. So what can you do? You don't have to give up pineapple entirely, but you must be informed. If you've been battling swelling in your ankles, unexplained leg pain, or increased stiffness, especially if you're on medication, it may be time to reduce or eliminate pineapple from your routine. Your legs will thank you, and if a fruit as praised as pineapple can cause this much subtle damage, what about the next one? This next fruit is soft, sweet, and famous for providing potassium and preventing cramps. Sounds good, right? But don't be fooled. Let's talk about bananas. Bananas are often seen as the ideal post-workout snack. They're a classic recommendation for people who need a quick energy boost or who suffer from muscle cramps. But the story changes when you're over 60. That same potassium-rich snack might be playing a very different role in your body. You see, bananas are packed with natural sugars and rapidly digestible carbohydrates. When you're younger, your body can manage these quick sugar spikes more efficiently. But as we age, our insulin sensitivity declines. That means eating a banana can cause a sharp rise in blood sugar, followed by a crescendo. That repeated cycle can weaken blood vessels, promote inflammation, and directly affect leg strength. The results? Heaviness in the legs, stiffness when you stand up, that dull, tired ache in your thighs and calves, especially after meals. Bananas may seem harmless, helpful even, but over time, they can quietly wear away at your strength. And for seniors with heart issues, there's another layer. Bananas can increase fluid retention, leading to swollen ankles, puffy legs, and increased joint stiffness. You might think it's just your heart acting up, but what if it's your morning banana making things worse? It's not about hating bananas, it's about asking questions. If your legs feel heavy after meals, if climbing stairs has become more difficult, or if you've noticed swelling, consider whether bananas could be playing a role. For some seniors, reducing or swapping out bananas can bring noticeable relief, but if a fruit as friendly looking as a banana can be misleading, imagine what could happen with something even smaller. That brings us to the third fruit. Small, sweet, easy to eat. A common snack many pop in their mouth without thinking twice. Grapes. Let's talk about them at first glance. Grapes seem like a harmless, even healthful choice. They're rich in antioxidants. They've got a reputation for being heart-friendly, and they taste delicious. But there's a side of grapes most people, especially seniors, don't know about. Grapes are high in fructose. This natural sugar is processed directly by your liver. When consumed in excess, or if your liver isn't functioning at peak efficiency, which becomes more common with age, that fructose is converted into fat and uric acid. And here's where it gets concerning. Excess uric acid doesn't just vanish. It starts to accumulate in your joints, especially in the feet, ankles, and knees. That's when you begin to feel the pain. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a stabbing pain in your big toe, a sudden tightness in your calves, or unexpected soreness after a short walk? You might blame arthritis or old age. But sometimes, the culprit is as innocent as a handful of grapes. The problem doesn't stop there. Fructose also contributes to systemic inflammation. It slows down your recovery time, increases your fatigue, and leaves your muscles feeling stiff and sore. Grapes may taste light and refreshing, but the inflammation they cause can drag you down literally. For seniors already dealing with arthritis, gout, or circulation problems, grapes can quietly add fuel to the fire. And since the effects aren't immediate, they often go unnoticed until the damage is well underway. So, what should you do? Just like with pineapple and bananas, it's not about elimination, it's about awareness. If you regularly snack on grapes and you're dealing with sore joints or leg fatigue, it might be time to cut back. It's amazing how something so small can make such a big difference. Now that we've looked at 3 surprising fruits that could be undermining your leg health, are you ready to learn which ones can actually restore your strength, improve your balance, and protect your joints? Up next, we'll dive into the top fruits that help reverse the damage and bring real relief to tired, aging legs. Don't go anywhere, your best days might just be a bite away. Continuing from where we left off, grapes, despite their size and reputation, can silently increase joint stiffness, swelling, and leg discomfort. And the risk doesn't stop there. Grapes are deceptively easy to overeat. They're small, bite-sized, and seem so harmless. But before you know it, you've eaten 2 or 3 cups without thinking. The trouble: these tiny fruits are loaded with natural sugar, specifically fructose, which hits your bloodstream fast. For seniors who often have slower metabolisms and less effective blood sugar regulation, that spike can be dangerous. Fructose is processed in the liver, but when consumed in large amounts, it's quickly converted into uric acid and fat. The result: that uric acid begins to collect in the joints, particularly in your toes, ankles, and knees. For many older adults, this buildup can trigger intense joint pain, that familiar stiffness in your calves, or even burning sensations in your feet after a simple walk around the block. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sharp pain in your big toe, or noticed how tight your knees feel after just sitting down for a few hours? Grapes, with their innocent appearance, might be playing a bigger role in that discomfort than you'd expect. Now, imagine pairing that with inflammation, because here's the truth: fructose isn't just a sugar. It fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. That means slower movement, more swelling, and a gradual decline in leg function. While grapes might be great for a younger person with a strong metabolism, for older adults they're a silent saboteur, and just when you think it couldn't get more surprising. Let's talk about another fruit often considered the very picture of hydration: watermelon. Watermelon, our fourth fruit, is light, refreshing, and often seen as a guilt-free summer snack. It's about 90% water and has very few calories. On the surface, it feels like the perfect way to stay hydrated and healthy, right? But beneath that watery flesh is another hidden problem: a high glycemic index. Watermelon causes blood sugar to spike quickly, almost like eating a piece of candy. And just like grapes, this rapid rise in blood sugar forces the body to release insulin. For seniors, this response becomes less effective with age. The result? More inflammation, especially in areas of the body that already have poor circulation. Your lower legs. Think about this. Have you noticed that dull ache in your calves after eating watermelon? Or how your knees swell up after a few slices during a barbecue? That's not coincidence. That's biology. With each sugary bite, you're unknowingly putting stress on your blood vessels, starving your leg muscles of oxygen, and making recovery from even a short walk feel like a chore. What's worse is how easy it is to eat too much. One slice turns into two, maybe three. It's juicy, it's sweet, and it's deceptive. While you think you're hydrating, you're actually flooding your bloodstream with sugar, causing long-term damage that builds quietly with time. It's time we asked ourselves, does watermelon really hydrate us? Or does it weigh down our legs and erode our strength? If you're a senior experiencing increased leg fatigue, stiffness, or swelling, consider how often you're consuming this summertime favorite. Now, let's shift our focus to a classic fruit, often praised for its vitamin C and immune qualities: oranges. Oranges, the fifth fruit on our list, are known for their bright color, zesty flavor, and reputation as a morning health booster. From breakfast tables to juice glasses, oranges are everywhere. And while they do contain valuable nutrients, they also come with a hidden danger, especially for people over 60. Here's why. Oranges are highly acidic. That citrus bite, while refreshing, can silently irritate sensitive tissues, particularly the joints of older adults who already battle inflammation or arthritis. It's not just about taste. It's about what that acid does once it's in your bloodstream. That citrus acid can worsen joint inflammation, especially in areas already prone to stiffness or pain like your hips, knees, or lower back. Seniors often wake up with soreness, assuming it's just another day of getting older. But that morning glass of orange juice might be fueling the very discomfort they're trying to overcome. On top of that, oranges contain natural sugars which, when combined with their acidic profile, further disrupt blood sugar regulation and promote systemic inflammation. Over time, this chronic inflammation contributes to decreased flexibility, heavier steps, and more painful joints. Do you feel a twinge in your hips after breakfast? Do your knees feel tight when you get up from your chair? If oranges are a regular part of your diet, it may be worth reconsidering how they're affecting your legs and joints. Now that we've uncovered the unexpected downsides of oranges, it's time to explore another beloved fruit, one that seems harmless but could be draining your energy from the inside out. Stay with me, because the next fruit might surprise you even more. The most difficult part about making food choices as we age is that sometimes, what we've believed to be healthy our whole lives may not actually be serving us well anymore. Take oranges, for example. They've been praised for decades as the go-to fruit for boosting immunity and maintaining overall health, especially with their high vitamin C content. But for older adults, particularly those over 60, oranges might come with unintended consequences. Why? Because of their high citric acid content. While that citrus tempts feels fresh and invigorating, the acid can silently irritate the joints, especially for those already dealing with inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. Seniors might wake up feeling unusually stiff, notice nagging knee or hip pain after long periods of sitting, or experience swollen joints more frequently. And the kicker? It's often mistaken for normal aging when it could be aggravated by something as innocent as your daily glass of orange juice. When citric acid enters the bloodstream, it can affect the delicate tissues in the joints. Combined with the natural sugar found in oranges, this acid can spike blood sugar levels and increase inflammation throughout the body. And where does that inflammation hit hardest? You guessed it, your legs. Walking starts to feel heavier, climbing stairs becomes more painful, even standing still can bring on discomfort. For someone with a younger, more resilient metabolism, these effects might not be as noticeable. But in an aging body, where blood circulation slows and tissue repair is already compromised, the impact is more profound and more lasting. And what makes it more complicated is that these effects happen gradually. One glass of juice, or one orange here and there, might not seem like much, but over time, they contribute to chronic discomfort. So, what comes next? You might think choosing a green apula fruit, known for its crisp, clean taste and low sugar content, is a safer bet. It seems like the perfect healthy snack. especially for seniors watching their sugar intake. But here's what most people don't realize. Green apples, despite their clean appearance, may be quietly contributing to leg pain. How? Two culprits: malic acid and hidden natural sugars. First, let's talk about malic acid. This is what gives green apples their signature tartness. For younger individuals with strong digestive systems, it's not usually a problem. But as we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive, and that malic acid can irritate tissues, especially joints. Many seniors report aching hips, tight knees, or even a warm sensation in their feet after eating green apples regularly. Over time, the accumulation of this acid may increase discomfort. Now, about the sugar, while green apples aren't as sweet as red varieties, they still contain natural sugars. For seniors with slower metabolisms or those managing blood sugar conditions, even modest amounts of sugar can lead to spikes and crashes. That's when the cramps begin at night, in your calves, or during early morning stiffness, weakness. While climbing stairs, subtle but persistent, one of the more concerning habits is that green apples are often eaten raw as a snack or even right before bedtime. That means your body is digesting those acids and sugars as it winds down when circulation and metabolic processes are already slower. Over time, this can lead to worsening joint stiffness and restless sleep. Now, let's talk about one more fruit, the seventh on our list and perhaps the most deceptive of them all. It's tropical, luscious, and nearly universally adored. Mango, often described as nature's candy, is juicy, vibrant, and associated with summer indulgence. But for seniors, this fruit might be the most problematic. Why? Because it delivers an intense dose of natural sugar in every bite. While that sugar might not be a big deal for someone in their 30s with a fast metabolism and high activity level, it becomes a significant issue for those over 60. As we age, our body's insulin response changes. That rapid blood sugar spike from mangoes can lead to an equally rapid crash, and every time this happens, it fans the flames of inflammation. Where does that inflammation settle? In the joints, especially in soft tissues around the ankles, knees, and hips for seniors with any pre-existing joint weakness. The consequences can be noticeable: a burning sensation in the toes, tingling in the feet, or swelling that appears after dinner and sticks around into the evening. Because mango feels light and refreshing, many people eat more than they realize. One piece becomes 2, maybe 3. But to the body, the sugar count adds up fast. Over time, this pattern can contribute to slower movement, less joint stability, and heavier feeling legs. The irony is that mango is seen as a natural treat, but natural doesn't always mean safe for aging joints and slower circulation. It's crucial to understand that even foods from nature can work against us when our body's needs change. So there you have it, 7 fruits that, despite being praised for their health benefits, might actually work against seniors who want to maintain strong, pain-free legs. The good news? This is not the end of the story. In fact, it's just the beginning. Because now that we've uncovered the hidden risks, it's time to explore the flip side, the fruits that truly support senior mobility, reduce inflammation, and protect your legs with every bite. Up next, we'll look at the therapeutic alternatives, fruits that help not harm your stride, stability, and strength. Let's turn the page and give your legs something to celebrate. Now that we've revealed the 7 fruits that could be subtly sabotaging your mobility and joint health, let's shift the focus to the good news, the fruits that actively support strength, circulation, and comfort as you age. Because it's not just about what to avoid, it's about what to embrace. Let's begin with one of the most powerful fruit groups you can enjoy: berries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. These vibrant little gems pack a big punch. They're loaded with antioxidants, low in sugar, and incredibly for seniors struggling with sluggish circulation or swollen ankles, berries can work wonders. They support healthy blood flow, reduce stiffness, and help decrease edema in the legs. Think of them as nature's way of keeping your steps steady. And your morning's limber. Next on the list are cherries, but with a gentle reminder: moderation is key. Just a small handful of cherries can reduce uric acid levels, which helps relieve gout, inflammation, and burning joint pain. Have you ever felt a hot, aching sensation in your knees or toes? The anthocyanins in cherries might be the natural fix your body has been craving. And now, let's talk about a fruit that often surprises people: avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, and yes, it belongs in your senior-friendly diet. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, which reduce inflammation from the inside out and act as cushions for your joints. On top of that, they help regulate insulin levels, keeping your energy stable and your blood sugar from crashing or spiking. A little avocado on whole grain toast. That's not just trendy, that's therapeutic. Looking for something that soothes your stomach and joints? Try papaya. This gentle tropical fruit contains natural enzymes like papain, which aid in digestion and reduce inflammation throughout the body. It's tender on the gut and soft on sore joints, making it an ideal choice for anyone experiencing digestive discomfort or arthritis flare-ups. Single quotes to overlook the humble pair. While not flashy, pears are easy to digest and provide subtle natural sweetness without overwhelming your system with sugar. When paired with a handful of nuts or a bit of protein, pears can energize your body without taxing your legs or joints. These fruits don't make you ache. They don't swell your ankles or stiffen your knees. They support your body's natural rhythm, helping you move through the day with steadiness, clarity, and ease. Aging doesn't mean giving up fruit, it just means choosing wisely, because what you eat isn't just about satisfying hunger, it's about nurturing your independence. The right fruit can help you walk farther, rise from chairs more easily, and sleep more peacefully at night. And you'll begin to feel it in the most unexpected ways: looser joints, lighter steps, and mornings that begin without discomfort. Now, before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. If you've made it this far, I know one thing for sure: you care about your health, your future, your mobility, and that's the first and most important step. Change doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need a radical overhaul. What you need are small, smart decisions. Starting with what goes on your plate, choose fruits that work for your body, not against it. The ones that fight inflammation, support your joints, and energize your muscles. Growing older doesn't mean losing power, it means gaining wisdom. It means listening to your body and giving it what it needs in this chapter of life. One smart choice at a time. So I'd love to hear from you. What did you learn today that surprised you? Are there any fruits you're planning to swap out? Or maybe one you're excited to try again now that you know its benefits? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We grow stronger together. And if this video opened your eyes or gave you one helpful insight, please take a moment to click that like button. It helps us reach more people like you. Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health Boost and hit the bell icon so you never miss our expert back tips, inspiring stories, and practical advice to keep your legs and life moving forward. Your strength matters, your steps matter, and your journey to better health starts one fruit at a time. Thank you for being here with us. Stay strong, stay informed, and as always, stay independent. See you in the next video from Senior Health Boost.